with. We're not changing no chairman. So all of we do no exterior motives for going at the delegates them head in our work. Calling each man we are work with for Region 6. And that is it. Yeah? We now make make what happen to Mama P and Peter Phillips go happen to Mark Jefferson Golden a lie a tell. So all of we run pan PNP ticket sima and work as a MP. You cannot take on too much work. You have too much things that go on in a central Westmoreland. Then say your backs down man down there in a court, allegedly. Miss Chin, Julian Changa, you can't greedy woman walk away from the party and depend her own now. You have Hurricane Melissa people for sort out in a central where you are going to find time to become chairman for Region 6. You can't even put together your own constituency, but you want to put together Region 6 in our work. And you're not getting no spokes. As a matter of fact, Luton cousin don't get the portfolio, so that out of the way. You're not getting no chairperson, Dwayne. You have too much to focus on in a central Westmoreland. You need to fix central Westmoreland, and then when you fix it, you can talk to the leader. But as for now, you are an ordinary member of parliament representing the people of central Westmoreland who put you there to look out for their needs and wants. Region 6, the chairperson will continue to be Mr. Colin Hitchman, because under your tenure as the chairman for 2020, you lose every single constituency down there. Under Mr. Colin Hitchman, he managed to get 6 out of 10 seats down there. Him we are work with, and we're not changing Mr. Colin Hitchman for you. With that out of the way, let's move on, class. I want to say condolences to Mr. Dean Peart. Mr. Dean Peart have transitioned, a wonderful comrade he was. He bear the title of many. Yes. And we want to say rest in power, Comrade Dean Peart. And by now, yes, win some, and Nesta go care news for cause distraction, but we give thanks for Nesta because Nesta make we know exactly what is happening. And as me say, me now cuss nobody, but I just the truth, and the truth must be spoken. Yeah, it is all a ploy, and we now go fall for the foolishness. We are not going to fall for the foolishness. Yeah? As a matter of fact, make I go back pan it. The whole of you we want to say things are going in the People's National, not now going in the Labour Party. Make I show you something nasty, dirty Labour rights them where listen to me this afternoon. At least Mark Golden can talk to the members them in our party. At least Mark Golden can shift that one day and shift that and give that one day portfolio and take portfolio from that one day and give that one day. Ask no leader if it dare do that to Daryl Vaz or Andrew Wheatley or Tufton or anyone. I better say, you want to come talk, say things are going in a PNP. At least the leader, Mark Jefferson Golden, can assign individuals to respective portfolios and they comply and fall in line. And he is able to take a portfolio from that one and give it to that one because he's a leader. Ask Andrew Holness to do the same. Look the amount of them under investigation and before the court to be charged. And Andrew will never take a portfolio and give it to somebody else because he can't. Leadership matters. And there's a stark difference between the two leaders, Mark Jefferson Golding. Mark Jefferson Golding our leader and him we are work with. So anybody want challenge and come up, we wish you no well. And Mark Golding we are work with now and a Mark Golding we are work with 2020. So anyone who feel like so no can become a Peter Phillips, we wish you no well. But when the time come, Mark Jefferson Golden bring back we party to where it's at today. And him we are work with. When the party went down and out with only 14 and the rest have 49, none of them never intervened to become the leader. But I know when Marky G put the party back together, they will no one come fight for president of PNP now work. 2030. We are go back with Marky G. And anything happen come what may after 2030, then we might give thought to leadership challenge. And Mark Golding, we say so no better fall in line. The whole of uno before no get spokesperson. The whole of uno was a MP. Mark Golding sorry for some uno and go no spokesperson. And no one can stop. It now work. It now work. Mark Golding fix the party to where it's at now, and come the next election, the man no have nothing for double pan in name, and we now go jeopardize we leader fi put in no boy. Whether Ballad or Natty Dread, we now go make we leader within good name. Step aside fi please. None of uno no coulda be Ballad. Uno coulda Natty Dread. We don't care uno be one leader at a time. So any Ballad or Natty Dread want intervene, it now work. A Marky G we say no, and a Marky G we say for the next election. So no Ballad, no Natty Dread. Cannot. Yeah? Size up to a leader. He is a consummate leader. He has nothing to tarnish his reputation. And we now go take up no Natty Dread or no Ballad and put them here so they so for challenge. So that's the labor right can have dirt. It now work. You don't realize they can't find no dirt per Marky G, and we forgive a Marky G if we put in somebody with labor rights have all kind of things. We say, but it now work. Yeah? Wait your turn, one leader at a time, and we now go make what happened to Peter Phillips go happen to Mark Jefferson Golding because of uno. Where? Get away! In now work. Good afternoon, me MP Danishka. Thank you for sharing, darling. Danishka, come here, my friend. Danishka, see how me get it figure you so me I go get. The people them say the office you need to put on something up there and chant up back the people them in a Southwest St. Anne. We need to keep some games up there in the constituency office. We need to play some music and we need to open up by the place. No, because we lose up here, means say no comrade no left up here. So me just give the message as me get it, me MP. So please put on something up there and make the comrades them in a Southwest St. Anne can know say the comrades them is alive and well. Them say up at the constituency office lock up and we need to open up back the place and play some music and gather the comrades them. So that's you did so well up here. Eh? Xavier up here for 3 terms and you come up here less than 6 months and look how you almost kick with Xavier foot. You need to remain here, my friend. Danish can bother vex with me, you know. Eh? Me leader share up the live a while ago, you know. Me MP, the people them tell me if tell you, I'm glad you come over here and me just tell you. You understand? And so far, me just make you know straight. Yeah? Southwest St. Anne you shall remain, and anybody wants a Danishka they go yes or this, so whether not Trelawney or South, wherever, you're not going anywhere more than Southwest St. Anne, me love. So anybody have them yipe and Danishka say she a come yes or this, so and wherever in now work a Southwest St. Anne, you are going to run again. You want bex your bex, so the people them say, and that then tell me, I tell you, come say, hey, one love every time, but them a call up me MP name, say they want traffic. You're not Lego Southwest St. Anne. 8 months you can't do it with down here the campaign and you almost kick with Xavier foot. And we if you give up, you're not going nowhere. You're still with we in a Southwest St. Anne. You're going to stir up. As a matter of fact, come here, Danishka. Let me ask you sitting Dan. Somebody tell me, say, you fi go up at the Burbridge Division and run as a councillor. Remember, Burbridge Division, we only lose by 8 votes up. Then go and go run up there as a councillor, my friend. And know, so you're firm in the constituency. Yes, let me pinch you and tell the people them say if you run up there as a councillor and get the Burbridge Division up there. Yes. And then you know, so the love will be there, the support will be. I pinch you and tell you what happening, Dan. So let me tell you something, you're not going anywhere. So anybody have Yipe and Danishka say Danishka they go yes so and promise Danishka this and she not leaving Southwest Center and I hope ya she go stay she go run back pan PNP ticket up here. So me I beg you go open up the constituency office and leave somebody in charge up there. The light bill we pay and things we pay off up there. Open up the constituency office and play music and make nice up there. Comrades there in the Southwest Center now you did well. You did well. You there fit less than 8 months and Xavier there fit 3 terms and you come almost kick one foot in 8 months. You shall remain in Southwest Center. The love will forever be for Danishka. And we are telling you, she not leaving and she not moving go nowhere else. You run back up here next time. Anyway, people, moving on. Dwayne Vaz. And I'm cuss you, my friend, and I'm bash you, but I'm if you cuss you and I'm if you bash you because I feel me party and I want so no get it right and do well. Yeah, you're not getting no chairpersonship for Region 6. And you're not becoming no spokesman from Public Works. You have too much bagger they do in a Central Westmoreland and you need to get your house in order. Then say your backs down, man, you're there before the court, allegedly. Miss China, you down there in a passa the woman walk away from the party. You have Hurricane Melissa thing for sort out to the people down there. You have too much on your plate, my friend. You can't take up region chair and you cannot take up spokesperson. So all I know where it feels say because you are the deputy or the junior and Richard Azan step aside, you are going to automatically get it. No, we have a leader in the name of Mark Jefferson Golding and whatever the leader say that we are work with. The leader say a Luton Cousins are going to get it. You have too much to focus on in Central Westmoreland and you shall remain as your MP and put in the work and unite your constituency. Me don't talk. Because I don't know how much clearer I should be this afternoon. But at that, depend the table for this afternoon. Alright? So let us move on. My people, I realize that nationwide, yeah? I realize nationwide said that the Integrity Commission staff them a leave in a droves. Highest rate in its history. The Integrity Commission is pointing to uncompetitive pay, high stress work environment, and leadership challenges over the years. But let me ask you something nationwide. When you come out with an article like this and I say the staff down at the Integrity Commission are leaving droves, now the same thing are happening up a nationwide. Now I want to ask you if I know the same thing and happen up a nationwide. The staff them now leave in a droves up and so how you take up things by your head and accuse the IC what they go on up there. But the same thing are happening under your nose. The same thing is happening under your watch at nationwide. So how do I say the staff at the Integrity Commission are leaving in droves? Huh? How? How is it that the staff at the Integrity Commission leaving in droves? But you know, tell the people them say your staff at nationwide are leaving droves as well. Huh? Me not understand about nationwide. Isn't the same thing happening at oceanwide? Salary issues and leadership issues and the staff them are leaving at droves. Huh? Me not understand about NNN. Speaking of NNN, Jamaica, are you aware that NARA headquarters is to be housed at the Digicel building next to NNN? Me not think you no hear me, you know. Are you aware that NARA headquarters, yeah, is to be housed at the Digicel building next to Nationwide downtown? Yes, and down there the headquarters for NARA are going to set up at the Digicel building right next to Nationwide News Network. So you know what that mean? Paula Sadler, you know what that mean? That is another rent to be paid by and burden the people of Jamaica, you know. I mean, want to ask the government something this afternoon. The building won't have when Marlene Malahou Fort waste the 5 years as Constitutional Affairs Minister. The building, why would not use the Constitutional Affairs building where we are spend millions and monthly rent? Eh? What make the building won't have lock up the Constitutional Affairs Ministry building? Why the government don't use that building up there for NARA headquarters? So no have that the building they lock up where the people of Jamaica fear pay the rent a month time. And now go down a digital headquarters now, go rent out one another headquarters for NARA, and the people of Jamaica go further be burdened with that rent to be paid? Huh? What happened to the Constitutional Affairs building where Marlene sit down in for 5 years and couldn't shape with constitution and lead you into a republic? For 5 years, you pay rent up there and the building up there unused right now. Why you couldn't use that and set up it as the headquarters like you pay rent fee? Why you have to go open up a new headquarters to pay more rent and further burden the taxpayer of this country to pay that exorbitant amount of rent down a digital headquarters? Huh? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And yet still the government cannot help the Hurricane Melissa victims. Them say them not have it. We have to unravel the mess that is happening in this country. Seaside view, you know. Ocean front view. You know, want to set up NARA downtown. But yet still the Constitutional Affairs building up there unused. And the people of this country have to be footing the bill monthly. And you can't say, I'm going to turn that into the headquarters for NARA. A building that is already being paid for. Every month we are paying for an empty building. Instead of use the Constitutional Affairs building and set up NARA, you want to go on the waterfront, down a digital headquarters right next to Mouthpiece, NNN, and set up NARA headquarters. I'm telling you how insensitive this government is, you know. I am telling you how insensitive this government is. You mean to tell me, Jamaica, that we have a building, the Constitutional Affairs building, paying millions and millions every month, taxpayer for pay. All of the ministry, them, you know, not think a government a pay rent, and we, the taxpayer, have to be paying these rent for these buildings. Ministry of Health, Ministry of Public Work, Land and Water, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, all of the various ministries, them. A taxpayer have to pay the rent every month, and them set up one ministry and call it Constitutional Affairs. And for the 5 years Malahou have been there, yeah? The building is now not in any use, but we still pay the rent a month time to keep and care. Why the government of Jamaica don't set up NARA headquarters up there instead of going to the waterfront down a digital headquarters and set up a brand new HQ for NARA? These people don't care. We are still renting that building, Uncle Dino. Rent still appear for the constitutional building where Marlene Malahou Fort was being housed. And that ministry fall apart, and the building is still being paid for every month by taxpayers. And instead them set up NARA up there, so like how them already appear rent feet. No, them have to go open up a brand new building at Digicel. What is the relationship this government have with Digicel? I don't understand, but something is happening there. Lease them appear. The lease them appear, but still. Why continue? Yeah? If you don't pay the lease and the lease say after 1 year or for 5 years, why you not make use of the lease? Why is the building being paid for? The lease is still going. I want to not occupy the building. Why not put the NARA HQ up there instead of gone down at Digicel headquarters now to further burden the taxpayers of this country to pay a lease for Digicel headquarters to house Nara as the headquarters, and we have the constitutional building there. Every month, we pay a lease feet. Tell me if this government have the interest of the people at heart. You can't find money for help Hurricane Melissa victims, but you go find money now for pay rotted oceanfront lease. Down at Digicel headquarters, tell me if the Jamaica Labour Party mean the people of this country any good. Me say if you not get it right the next time. That's why me ask the councillors them if you get to yourself in line. The MP them, we are focused on spokesperson and portfolio. Spend time in our constituency and get to know division them up to date. Because come the next local election, we have to get it right. We have to get it right as a people. Because I am telling you, Jamaica, this country continue to be on the decline. Speaking of this country being on the decline, are you aware, Jamaica, that an article came out? Because every day you hear the member for East Central St. James, Ed Bartlett, I talk about we are the best, and tourism this and tourism that, and we have record this and how much record a tourist a come back. And there is an article today, how much? Today the 13th, well, yesterday this published. And when you read the headline, Jamaica leaves the United States, Brazil, Chile, and others behind as tourism declines across the Americas amid rising travel costs, falling arrivals, and softer visitor spending in 2026. That is what the article is saying, you know. Jamaica leaves the United States, Brazil, Chile, and others behind as tourism declines across the Americas amid rising travel costs, falling arrivals, and softer visitor spending in 2026, driven by weaker international demand, changing travel preferences, higher airfares, economic uncertainty, and increased competition among regional destinations. Jamaica recorded the sharpest visitor decline, highlighting growing pressure on tourism recovery, while the United States, Brazil, and Chile faced mixed challenges affecting arrivals and spending. The broader slowdown reflects a shift in travel behavior, with visitors seeking value, shorter trips, and more affordable experiences. As tourism performance diverges across the Americas, destinations must strengthen connectivity, competitiveness, and high-value visitor strategies. I don't want to read out all what's in this article, but the long gist of it is, Ed Bartlett like to come and portray that all is well and tourism is booming. Well, here we have an article that came out yesterday saying otherwise. And persons like Ed Bartlett like to collect awards and make it seem like we are the best. When these articles continue to say otherwise. Jamaica as a destination is no longer competitive. It is too expensive to come here. Too expensive. I have seen where places such as Panama and Colombia, you can travel your airfare and spend an entire week in Colombia and Panama and Brazil for less than all $500. Your room fare, everything paid. Your trip, everything paid for less than $500. And you have hotels in Jamaica that charge $500 a night. PR government, Uncle Dino. Here we have an article saying otherwise Jamaica arrivals are on the decline. We are no longer a competitive destination. It is too expensive to come here. And tourism is on the decline. And every day Ed Bartlett come out, you would think that tourism is on the best foot it has ever been under his watch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Well, Jamaica, we just have to continue to hold these people to an account. I'm not sure if you saw an article that came out of Antigua, but Antigua's Prime Minister Gaston Brown is pushing back as the United States presses Caribbean to take more deportees. What the Prime Minister of Antigua did was to put arguments before the people in their Antiguan parliament so that the people of Antigua and Barbuda can know the intentions of their government. So whatever private talks Washington had with St. John's, the Prime Minister of Antigua now transparently open up those discussions to their parliament so the people of Antigua knows the deal what the United States want to sign with Antigua. On the other hand, Jamaica is in the same predicament, but the way in which the Prime Minister of Jamaica handled the TCN deal has now caught us between a rock and a hard place. And when you look Jamaica on the perks, a lot of them are eager for the deal, especially in Jamaica where Andrew Holness and Audrey Mark is so eager for the deal. Yeah? When you look at the country in Africa, Eswatini, that deal that Eswatini signed to welcome the third country national, they are agreeing, for US 5.1 million for 160 TCN deportees. I want you guys to look into this matter, Look carefully. The African country that signed the TCN deal, remember when Fitzjackson asked the parliament and asked Horace Chang and asked Andrew Holness and asked the government, what is it that Jamaica will benefit from this TCN deal of 10,000 people? And they couldn't give us an answer. There is something behind it that the government continues to hide from the people of Jamaica, because here we have another country like Jamaica who would have signed to take on these deportees. This African country have agreed to take on 160. And to get the 160 deportees in that African country, the deal is that they will get 5.1 million US dollars. So the question we must ask ourselves, if that African country will be getting 5.1 million US, 160 people, how much money is the Jamaica Labour Party will receive for 10,000 that will be destined for Jamaica? Now we have to ask these questions, Jamaica. See it in front of UNO. The deal between the African country and Washington is for them to receive 160. The perks that African country receive is 5.1 million US dollars for 160. So we need to ask the government of Jamaica, if the African country will be getting 5.1 million US dollars for 160, how much will Jamaica receive for 10,000 deportees? Hey. Uncle Dino said Jamaica, so we are doing it for free. And it's not lie. Based on what Andrew Holness and Audrey Marks and Horace Chang told the nation, including Dana Dixon, the information minister, we are doing it for free. They are only transiting through Jamaica. But what about those persons who cannot go back home for various reasons and want to remain in Jamaica? Who is going to take care of them? This is an absolute mess. And we are here as the opposition to unravel the mess and to expose the government and hold them to an account. Look at it, Jamaica. And recently, this African country, me can't even pronounce them good. Eswatini or Eswatini, them down in South Africa. 5.1 million US dollar Washington give to them for taking 160 of the deportees them. And when you look at 160 compared to 10,000, destined for Jamaica, you have to ask yourself the question, if that African country is getting 5.1 million US for 160 deportees, how much will Jamaica get? So when they come and tell you, say we are doing it for free and them only are going to transit through we country to feed them destination, you mean to tell me, say, of the 10,000 deportees, none will remain here? All will be destined for their homeland? Is that what the government of Jamaica is proposing? That none of these persons will stay here. All of them will head to their country of birth? Something is missing from this deal. And that is the reason why when Fitz Jackson asked Horace Chang to make the document public, he told us that the document is a public document. So if it is a public document, why can't the government of Jamaica table it in Parliament so we the people can see what was signed for us behind our backs? Of course they can't apply for asylum. But the impression that the government gives, they only give the impression that these people will only be passing through and Jamaica is just going to facilitate the process where they're going to stay here for a couple of days until the flight to transfer them to another destination is available. But something is totally off. Why would we agree to do this for free when other countries are being paid or getting a kickback from this TCN deal? Something is being hidden from the people of this country. Something is being hidden from the people. The government is not being open and transparent with the people of Jamaica. It is a shame. It is an absolute shame, Jamaica. Everything is for sale, but yet still, 160 deportees head to the African country and them get $5.1 million for the 160 to facilitate them. And we are take on 10,000. And you want to tell me, say, we are do that for free? Only no say we government a kuno muno. Only no say we are kuno muno. Something is being hidden. And no care how they come and explain and explain and explain. They cannot explain the truth to the people of this country because they are telling a lie. A lie, Jamaica. It is an absolute shame. An absolute shame, Jamaica. Speaking of shame, the Prime Minister is in a quagmire, and I don't even know if a quagmire is the right word. This man I don't have no shame, you know, people. This Prime Minister is shameless. Completely shameless. When I look and I saw the Labour Party setting up a committee to oversee the Integrity Commission, and the same committee where they set up to oversee certain things contains criminal elements such as the member for South Trelawney. Marissa Dalrymple sits on a committee, to preside over the Integrity Commission, where she herself, Marissa Dalrymple, was charged. In Jamaica, me want to ask them how them get it do. How them get it do? How is it that they are going to set up an ethics committee? It has been 27 days and Wheatley still in the cabinet with 4 charges against him, including illicit enrichment, and the Prime Minister have not come out to speak or address. He has not addressed the nation. 27 days, it's almost a month, and this man continues to sit in the nation's cabinet. And the Prime Minister continues to operate business as usual. This is more than a quagmire, Jamaica. I don't know what kind of braggadocious word this the Gleaner use to describe the Prime Minister. This is more than a quagmire. The Prime Minister he cannot intervene in a matter like this because he too is compromised and culpable of the same, if not worst. You mean to tell me that Andrew Wheatley knew he was under an investigation prior to the September 3rd election and he failed to even tell the Prime Minister? Or maybe he did tell the Prime Minister, we don't know. But criminal minds will continue to think alike because the Prime Minister told us he would have asked far and wide and no one is under investigation to the best of his knowledge. But at the same time, the Prime Minister himself was under an active investigation. How is it that we continue to believe and trust these individuals in the Labour Party? It has been 27 days and Andrew Wheatley is still operating business as usual within the nation's cabinet. And here we have April. Mr. Me can't wait for get me YouTube. You know, them something I want. Can you imagine me they talk up the things them and Andrew face the pan for me screen? Now, Jamaica people, me just want to know picture the excitement and the judgment, you know. Can you imagine me the pan YouTube I talk up the things them are right next to me, the Prime Minister face and full this Jesus have mercy, you know, see what about to happen, the judgment. Jamaica people, me want to know come support me over YouTube, you know. Me say me set up my little studio and it looking good. Jamaica people, come the 20th of July. I want more week left, you know. Next week, Monday. Next week, them time, yeah. Me dey on YouTube, hot in a morning time. Me I ask the whole of uno where dey on TikTok. Uno have to come over on YouTube. Me now get rid of TikTok, you know. TikTok I got dey on me. Yeah, man, the camera got turn on, good lighting and good things. It a go nice, Jamaica. But me want to know come on the YouTube comes. You know, support the thing and subscribe. Click the link in my TikTok bio and it a go take you to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Me want 2,000 people over my YouTube when me start next week, Monday. Me I ask you kindly. Yeah? Please and thanks. The 222 people where they here right now, I want to know pause for 1 minute. Please, pause for 1 minute, the 220 other uno, and just go on me TikTok bio. Looking at me TikTok bio, uno see one long little link, YouTube link. Click the YouTube link, and the YouTube link, Jamaica, is going to take you to my YouTube channel. So may I ask you right now to just click the link in my TikTok bio and go over my YouTube. 1 minute break. Me I ask you, me want when time I finish my program tonight, this evening, me have 2,000 people over there. Kindly please, 1 minute break we are go on. Wanna do that for me right now, please. Oh yes. Go and subscribe everybody. Click the link in my TikTok bio and go on YouTube. My God. Yes. When come on. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Sidoma. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you, Tuna, comrade. I nothing but nothing but I did God. Oh yes. That's it. Woo. My God. Thank you guys. Thank you. Yourself. Have a group. That's right. Celebrate. Woo! That's right. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes, man, we want at least 2,000 to start my YouTube channel. So I want to say thanks. Big up yourself, Uncle.